We spent thousands of dollars on kids' toys and gear that they've simply forgotten about. So what I want to do is share 5 options that our kids actually use on a daily basis, and I think yours will too. Now, it's worth noting that I'm not being paid or sponsored to highlight anything in this video. These are just things that I've found really helpful for our family. I'm going to have everything linked down below. Buying through those links, by the way, helps support this channel, helps support me as a creator at no additional cost to you, so please consider doing that. In fact, our channel as a whole is actually sponsored by Huckberry, which has nothing to do with toys and more to do with gear for dads, which I'll talk about them later. Number 1 on my list is Nugget play furniture. We got a Nugget couch way back in 2020. I reviewed it a few years earlier. It's been used every day since we got it. It's definitely used as a couch in our game room where both our kids and us as adults can lounge, but our kids more so use it to build forts, towers, obstacle courses, reading nooks, whatever they can think up. What's so good about this is how versatile it can be. I made a video that highlighted a bunch of different build ideas that really took off on Instagram, and it was just a small sample of what is possible with the Nugget. We've since added a second Nugget and the chunk ottoman, which can break apart into several circular pieces. And it's really unlocked a ton of new builds and creativity. And it's not just me helping them build, they are always messing around with it and making obstacle courses to jump on and forts to play in. Now, this is the priciest thing featured in this video. I'm sorry about that, but it is also the most used. This isn't one of those like, we play with it and we throw it away after a week type things. This gets mileage, and when it's not really being played with, it's actively being sat on as a piece of furniture in our game room. I wish I had a discount code. They rarely go on sale, but I promise they are worth it. And for the record, it's held up super well. We just barely replaced our old dewdrop cover, which has since been discontinued. And we switched it with the Surfside color. Even though one of these is 4 years older, they both feel exactly the same. Next on my list, it's a bit of a throwaway, a little bit of a no-brainer, right? Building toys. We're talking wooden blocks, Legos, Mega Blocks for the littles, but very specifically for us, our Magna tiles or Picasso tiles. We have them both. We have them all kind of mixed up in the same box together, but you get the idea. Magnetic tiles. Now, we often rotate out old toys that are either broken, they're just not really used very much. We do a refresh with different options. But the building toys never rotate out. They always stay. They are durable, fun, open-ended toys, and it's no surprise that these are commonly found in classrooms and preschools, right? They are developing problem solving, creativity, and they build on STEM skills through hands-on play. And simply put, they are actually used. Now, I don't know if you can consider the first thing that I talked about, the Nugget couch, a toy, right? But if we're talking about like toys, Magnet tiles or Picasso tiles, they are by far the most used toys. And they're often being paired with other building toys, like the wooden blocks that we have and stuff to kind of build super cities and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you're watching this, I'm sure that a lot of you already have Magnet tiles, which is great, but some options to highlight. Magna has been making different types of kits for expanded play beyond just the tiles, which is actually really cool. Their kind of downhill car set is a really great addition. And by the way, a lesser known option are Tegu blocks, which are really nice wooden blocks that are also magnetized for stronger structures when building. Definitely worth a look. Number 3, costumes. Do not underestimate the power of costumes. They are so underrated and they are pigeonholed into being exclusive to like Halloween, but they hold incredible value. A little bit of dress up encourages imaginative play and allows kids to step into different roles and story, which really boosts creativity and social skills. I know Melissa and Doug has a bunch of role-playing kits. You can find a bunch of different things on Amazon as well. Being a chef with the apron was really fun, but for us, like the heavy hitter has been superheroes. Anything from Marvel, Iron Man, Captain America, all that stuff. They have been the absolute sauce for our family. Pretty much anything that makes them feel like they're in a Fortnite lobby. Bumblebee from Transformers is another good one as well. Yeah, all the Marvels have been absolutely worth it. We get great mileage out of costumes up until they grow out of them. So add a bunch to the roster. Costumes are great. Number 4, a balance bike, not a tricycle. Okay, we want our kids out and about. We don't want the iPad kids, right? And when they're out and about, I've always been opposed to those like big electric Jeep things. We got them. My wife really wanted them. I've always been so opposed to those, right? I want my kids active and a good balance bike is a necessity. Now, I did a full video on the steps that we took to teach our kids to ride a bike and why we went with Guardian bikes for our boys. There are a bunch of features and advantages that make it easier for kids, but the main thing that I liked was being able to leave off the pedals and have them use it as a balance bike before seamlessly transitioning to a regular bike. Using a balance bike is a much better route and develops their balance and coordination without the need for training wheels, and it gets them riding sooner and more confidently. So definitely get a balance bike, consider Guardian bikes. During your search, we've been super happy with them. The last thing on my list isn't necessarily a toy, but it's a great piece of gear to own for your home. It's a toddler tower, or some will call it a learning tower, right? But these toddler towers are awesome, not just for your kids, but for us as parents as well. They're basically these adjustable platforms that allow toddlers to stand at counter height securely so that they can participate in everyday activities that usually happen out of their reach, whether it's helping mix batter or rinsing vegetables or even cutting vegetables, playing with safe items while you cook. These towers are going to let them feel involved and independent. Once that's added to the kitchen, it's an absolute game changer. For us, we don't have the best one, so I'm showing you one from Godeva's, or there are a bunch of different options that you can find on Amazon, but you want that boxy looking one because that's going to provide the most security when they're up there. Now, before you know it, especially for Sienna, for us, they're going to be pushing this thing all over the kitchen, even parts of the house, so they can get up higher and just really be part of the family and access different things that they haven't been able to access before. Now, what you do want, though, is because of that, you want the ability to kind of fold them down and be able to tuck them away in the pantry or whatever part of your house. So they don't always have that, because there's some times where it just becomes too much. You just want them to stay at their level just a little bit. So getting the ones that are able to fold down, collapse a little bit, and be tucked away and be used as needed are going to be a little bit better than the ones that are permanently open and ready and fixed, just to kind of like limit how much they're using it, because sometimes it can be a lot, because toddlers are toddlers. So that's my list. Now, before we wrap up, huge shout out to Huckberry for sponsoring Dadverb. If you're looking for high quality gear for guys that's built to last, whether it's for your next adventure or just leveling up your everyday life, Huckberry is going to have you covered. Check out their curated selection of clothing, outdoor gear, and gifts that are perfect for the family. I'm going to have them linked down below. Trust me, you're going to love everything they've got. Thank you for watching. God bless. We'll catch you later. Peace.